If there are no members to take the floor, we can then proceed to votes. Okay, one member, briefly. Mr. Batten.
Thank you, Claude. I'd just like to say one thing. Europol is supposed to be the EU's intelligence gathering service for police purposes. Having a strategic relationship with the Chinese government, which means the Chinese Communist Party, is a bit like Elliot Ness of the FBI having a strategic relationship with Al Capone. You cannot differentiate organised crime and the Chinese Communist Party. The links between them are the same. They're the same thing. Not only that, I'll say in conclusion very quickly, not only are you talking about having a strategic relationship with criminal political gangsters, you're talking about a country now which is systematically murdering hundreds of thousands, millions of people in order to finance or in order to fuel an organ transplant industry. And this was highlighted in the Parliament last week, where since 2000 about anything between 1 million and 1.5 million people have been deliberately arrested on trumped-up charges and then actually murdered by the Chinese government in order to fuel this forced organ harvesting industry. So the idea of having a strategic relationship with these people is like having a strategic relationship with the Nazis at the height of the Second World War. You are making a big mistake, and I'll be voting against it.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Batten. Mr. de Buck, do you want to just briefly answer that, and I will then conclude.
Yes, Chairman.
If you can.
Very briefly, there are sufficient safeguards in Europol's legal framework to prevent these aspects that the previous speaker has mentioned. And I do have to emphasize again, like my Slovak colleague has said, this doesn't allow for the exchange of personal data. So there will be no data related to any person, directly or indirectly, even considered. It is still valuable for issues such as trends, modus operandi, technical analysis, so it would still be worthwhile. Thank you very much.
That's the key point I wanted you to emphasise. Okay, so this point was discussed yesterday in coordinators in relation to the line to take, and this will be done by simplified procedure. So, thank you, colleagues.